We have a talk, the topic helping hand is based on the issue of Libya and Italy. And I have a sister here who to talk with me. Sister, please, can I know your name?
Yeah, my name is Blessing E. Wisdom.
Oh, you're highly welcome. Nice of meeting you. Nice to have a talk with you.
Thank you.
So we are about to talk the issue of concerning this Libya, especially the topic is helping hand. Sister, what do you have to say concerning this topic of helping hand to issue of Libya and Italy?
Yeah, I have a lot to say, but I will just start with this. This time is not a time for us to condemn one another. It's not a time for us to point accusing finger on each other or to be specific of certain people not helping. We all are involved because we are talking about human lives here. So I think we all should be involved. Like, how can I help? What can I do to help? Not pointing at accusing fingers on this or that. No, I think we all should come together, reasoning together. How can I help? Personally, how can I help? So I think that is what we should be doing, not...
Yes, everybody is entitled to help.
Yeah.
Might be through money, through your talk, through your every aspect you can help, especially. But one way, before you start to help, you must know where you want to start from.
Sir.
You understand me? So you can't, for example, you're a millionaire, you can't just squander your money to Libya issue without knowing how it will help them or reach them. Because there are a lot of people out there that try using it for business. For example, now, like it's a story I heard concerning this Libyan issue that people over there, they will give EU information that they are about to help those guys back to their country. They will release them from prison. The EU will send them money.
Yes,
so after receiving the money, they will still put those guys to another prison. Just using it to prison just to embezzle money from the EU. So something like that. I think people out there who are like actors, singers, footballistas who might have the motive to help. I think that when they get those kind of information, they'll be like, I don't have to just spend my money just like that for people to embezzle my money, because it is still difficult for them to get their own money. I think,
of course.
I think to me, I don't know, because it's not easy. I think there's supposed to be true organization, whereby they will send money to rescue these people. Because, for example, I'm a footballist and I want to rescue them. It's not possible for me to travel down to Libya.
Yes,
you understand me? But there should be organizations where I can send my money to, and they will participate to rescue those people out of those bad gangs or those situations in Libya. I think so. I think that's what I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good thing you just said, sir. It's a good thing, but who is to be trusted now? So we don't know who is who. So I think if I heard that the Ghanaians, they've put their heads together to help send money down to help their own citizens. So you have points. You have points.
Other hands, like for example, this issue is going on now. Our president or our governors or people who has the money to rescue people or that has the willing to rescue people. I think because the president of Libya knows what is going on now, and he himself needs support from different countries and continents. I think if, for example, our people get in contact with the president, I think the president will have a link to rescue those people that is in need of help. I think so, but I don't know.
But do you think the president will like to like bring down his people? Or don't you think they are working hand in hand?
Hand to hand.
Yeah.
Maybe because the politicians, there's a place I went to, the woman said, oh, smile. I said, what kind of smile? She just give the politician smile. So what is politician smile? That is 50-50. You see? For good and for bad. So yeah, you are right. Might be is one of them, but I can't just judge him like he is. It might be the right person. So it's not easy to rule a country, and whereby a lot of different countries will come in, like immigrant people. So one issue is that if like what you said, that it's not easy to get a right organization. And I think like in EU, what they are doing now, because people, they are using them to get money. I think before EU should squander their money or sponsor those kind of issues, they have to investigate to make sure that the people that are sending money to the right people and they're using it in the right way. You understand me? Because people cannot be in prison, suffering, some are dying, whereby there are people using them for business. Yeah. This is a serious issue we need to talk about.
Yeah, sir. Like what we are just discussing now is still including what we are saying. If I am willing to help, if we are willing to help, somebody must volunteer. It's like sacrifice. You understand? Sacrifice your time, your money, your ability. You understand? There are people that cannot go, but they want to sacrifice their money. Yeah. There are people that don't have the money, but they have time to go. Yeah. So if we all are willing to help, we will see that we have a lot of areas that we can come in. Like what I just said, if I cannot go, my money can go for me. If my money cannot go, somebody can go for me. You understand? So
what you're saying, I see like what you said before concerning to trust organization, like who to give money to do that. I think I realize that the issue that is what is affecting we Africans. That is why you can see that Africa is not going forward the way it's supposed to be. Because we are being blessed naturally. Yeah. We're not poor, we are rich.
Yes, sir.
But due to this issue of embezzlement, like I can say bribing, or let me get money quick without thinking future. That is why Africa is changing like that. I think this is time for us to deliver ourselves from, like for example, we are people now in Europe. I think we have known exactly what is going on, how to help the continent. Yeah. I think, for example, in Spain now, if you see check in Spain now, we have different countries from Africans. And we don't have like a unique or united Africans associations, whereby like as this issue is going on now, we can gather ourselves as a meeting, then we talk about how to make sure that everything will work out. Like as this issue is going on, Libya is using our people to make money through EU. For example, like in Spain now we have United African. We can say, okay, let us send 10 people, 20 people to base in Libya, whereby EU will be reaching them like an aspect of money to sponsor them, to make sure that they rescue our people, and there will be forcemen around them. I think, for example, in Spain, that if, for example, all the whole Africa's country have one united association, and they want to go for this rescue, and they don't have the money, like enough money to go for this commission. I think EU will support them, and they will also support them with the security, like forcemen to be around them, because that place is not like it's not the place you can just go.
Like
you give them forcemen, and there will be assurance that every sponsor that EU is sponsoring, everything will work out genuinely, 100%, and they will rescue every last year. Because in Europe now, we don't have any association as symbolized United Africans, and there is no way EU can reach to help, whereby there will be no 419 people along the line. And I think I always believe a way that is in Europe, because we are here in Europe to learn, not just to make money alone, to learn and to establish some good things in Africa over there. Because if you don't go anywhere, you will not know how the system is going.
Yes,
we have experienced how Europe is going up, how they are progressing. I think we have to learn some certain things to establish this in our country, in our continent, whereby it will help them out from those mentalities. I think we up here in Europe, we are not meeting up. All our agendas is to work monthly and make money, and they will feel proud and big that we have money, whereby we are still the poor people. That is what I'm thinking, sister. That is what I'm thinking. I don't know about you.
I think just like there's a guy in Edo State that is doing something. The place, I think it's I've forgotten his name. He has this place that is taking people that are less privileged, people that are selling pure water, things like that. I've forgotten the name. You understand? So if, like what I've said before, if we are willing to help these people, the people in Libya, the people that they are killing, they are selling into slavery in Libya, if we are willing to help them, we should start from somewhere. We all should stop running our. We should put things in action. not just coming to media, running mouth, talking, saying what we are supposed to say, saying what we are not supposed to say. Meanwhile, lives are being there, they are dying. So let us talk about our own. Normally, I wanted to generalize it, Africans, not just the Nigerians, because it's not only Nigerians that are there. You understand? But I now noticed, okay, let us talk about the Nigerians that are there. If the people back home, they are willing to help, they can set up an organization. If the organization, everybody cannot just be thief there. There will be at least 2 or 3 people that will be honest. If the remaining 5 people are saying, no, let us just take this money and do something or run away with it, there will still be people that will have conscience.
Yeah, you said organization like from Africa, yeah?
Yes.
Any organization that's coming out from Africa and that's meant to be there to get money from those who are willing to help,
yeah,
then they'll be like, they are the one that sacrifice their time, and others who are rich will sacrifice their money.
Yes.
I think any association that will rise up from Africa, they will be among them. I think they are corrupt. I think so.
Yeah, but so. They are. I know they are. But because of this pressing issue, because everybody, you see what is happening there, the way they are killing people like animals, the way, you understand? So I don't think any father, any mother, or brother or sisters, children, can just take such money and eat it without having conscience, having feeling that somebody, this money that I'm eating is to save life there in Libya.
The sister, this you were talking about money and life.
Yeah.
People don't care. They will tell you that they don't have family over there. Even if they have family there, because what the person is thinking is his own pocket, to be rich, to ride the best car, to move out to a different kind of special hotel, if it's man, to pull out different beautiful women or girls. So that is what he's after, to make his own money. So, but what I'm thinking is that we are Europe here, we that is in Europe here, boy, it might be in Germany, Holland, in different countries.
Yeah.
I think we are not meeting up as Africans. Because if really that we knew where we are coming from, we will know where we are going to. Not that we don't know where we are coming from. We are just here in Europe living a life. I think we don't know where we are going to. You understand me? It's not just to be in Europe to make money, to work with God. You know one thing in life is that 200 years to come, none of us today will be on that day. Will be 200 years to come.
Yeah.
So if you could observe and marginalize that, what can I do now to bring the progress of this nation? You think twice, like I should support the continent. For example, like as I said, for example, like, okay, in Spain we have a United Africans. In Germany we have United Africans. In each country we have United Africans. Then in the whole world we can able to have meeting of United Africans in Europe and abroad, where we can bring something solidable to make sure we can assist the life of Africans. Because if Europeans are willing to help Africans, there is no right way to help Africans. For example, there's some organization from through these white people, others and Africans, they are saying that they are helping Africans. To me, I don't take it as a help. Because if I need help, I come to you. Or you see that I need help. Like as Bible said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Also care for your neighbor as you care for yourself. They are trying anyway. Like they come to Africans to help Africans here. But tomorrow Africans still need help. To me, I don't think that is a given hand. Because they're supposed to establish a company whereby all those people who are in need of help can like get employed without tomorrow asking for daily bread. You understand me? In aspect of this issue, helping out the people in Libya, I think, for example, like as Alia said, that we have a good right organization down here. Because if you see what is happening, what we're saying about this corruption issue, you see that it's still even existing in Europe here. There will be an organization that will be set up today now.
Yeah.
Because of money is coming in through European Union and the rest. Yeah. Before you know, you start that because the money will just embezzle it and just use it for wrong thing. Whereby they're supposed to use it to establish good things to make sure that every life benefits it. So to me, in aspect of this Libya issue, I think it is a omission to change the system of and the mentality of we Africans. I think so. It is happened for a reason, not just for a purpose. It's for a reason.
So, sir, what you say now is there's no way. A Hindu, you are a Buddhist, let us try to help life because they are dying. I cannot even watch it anymore. I cannot. The people have been saying it. This is how they. I cannot watch it because I cannot watch it. Watch it, please. If there is anything you know you can do, please let's come together. In Europe, we have the Nigeria associations. If let's talk about they have the Igbos association, the Yoruba association, the Edos as. Please, anyhow, you know you going to help. Please let us come together to help. Please let us not just start condemning people, talking and talking. What is the result? We should go for the result. Not now. This is not the time to complain.
Yeah, you know, like what you're saying, people up in those days they used to say it as a parable. I don't know if it is right, but I think it is. They used to say that one tree cannot make a forest.
Yeah.
Even if it might make it will take time, a long time, millions of years. So, like, I had the issue of this Edo State governor, I said Governor Obaseki. Like what the information I got, the concern that is trying to establish some certain things in Edo State, whereby people can get handwork or demonstrate their own experience to improve the country. You know, the man brings a good idea. It's a good idea. It places me when I was watching the program that a woman doing it. You understand me? So in this life, one thing we need to know that everybody has his own blessings. As we have different faces, so also our blessings are different. So until you work it out, then it will be established and it will make you to be somebody's life. When you are working, it's like the Bible is still written that where no vision, men are the parents. Understands me? Like as we are running after European, I think if we still join hands together with our president and the governors and the people's position in politics, I think we can still make up something. Like this woman I seen that she's a mechanic. The first lady in Nigeria to be mechanic in Nigeria. I think it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Before you know, I don't think that kind of a woman should be lacking anything or should have that motive to travel through Libya. I know that it's not easy anyway, it's not easy. But she starts from somewhere. You must start from somewhere. To be rich, you must start from somewhere. Because when you look at the life of people in Europe now, they're many people in Europe now without, I can say without vision. What the name of Europe?
Yeah.
Europe without the foundation. You understand me? I think we have, this is time for people to say the truth. I was having a friend in those days who used to call people out there, down there in Nigeria, telling them we are living big, we are doing this, we are doing that. Yeah, Europe is good because we have security, life, and the West, which is not in Nigeria, for example. I think it's time for us to tell them the truth, exactly what we are doing here, what is going on here, the kind of life that is here. That's me.
Yes,
Sister, because the Libyan issue has happened. People who has gone. People who are dead in prison are dead in prison. All we need now is a helping hand to rescue those who are still alive but facing some difficulties. I think also it's an opportunity to let our people know, our people out there in Nigeria and Africans. One thing is that we Africans, we don't appreciate what we have.
That is it.
We don't regard what we have. We always look after somebody. In life, anybody that compares himself to another man is a man that does not know the definition of himself. Because if you know the definition of yourself, you will not compare yourself, this guy has made it. This guy is a rich guy. But you have to know that this person that is a rich guy starts from somewhere.
Of course.
Okay, look the population of Nigeria now, for example. If, for example, you are selling a tomato, you are supplying tomato to, let me say, about 5 states in Nigeria, you're fucking millionaire.
Of course.
Or you're somebody who is good to make slippers, and you are supplying 5 states in Nigeria, you're a millionaire. Anything you are doing in Nigeria that is going well, you're a millionaire.
If you have a handwork, you are lucky.
Yeah.
You understand?
So this issue of Libya, and also like what you said, the topic is helping hand, especially to rescue life over there in Libya. And what I'm thinking about helping hand, this is a challenge to we Africans in Europe, that we are not well organized. We are just after money, monthly work, get paid, and just sometimes goes for vacation, go to a country, have fun, feel big, whereby we are not. I can say we are nothing.
We are nothing.
Because if you call, can you make a vow of 20 million? No more, none of them. Can you give somebody 100 million? None of them. So we are still feeling big. I think that we just in our definition. So it is time for this challenges for us to establish a good idea to help Africans, the life of Africans, to have a good organization, and to have, for example, down here in Europe, we have people who are good journalists. Even if they are not educated like up to university as a journalist, they have the wisdom to be journalists. They have what it takes to be journalists, and we are not working hard to make sure what we have and what is in us will comes up. Understand me? We get afraid. Sometimes we say they will kidnap us. Sometimes they may shoot. You know, I think if we put hands together, the issue of Africans will be okay. Not only sometimes African people say, I can see my country, Nigeria. Sometimes we in Europe we say our president is corrupt, our president is bad. No. We have to stop that word. Because if you're a mother or a father, you have a child, all the time you use bad word to describe your child. It makes your child to be corrupt and be wayward.
Of course.
I think all these things we used to talk about, our country is bad, our country is this, is one of those things that is affecting our country. I think we have to amend, and you have to learn how to appreciate, to say our country is good, our president is trying, because it's not easy to rule a country. Just imagine a father to control. It's not easy. Imagine a man that got 5 wives. It's not easy to rule that 5 wives in a way that, wow. So we have to appreciate what we have and give encourage to what we have. So based on these helping hand issues now, sister, what do you have to say now, like how to help people that those that is helping will not fall a victim, like it's like they're using them.
Let our presidents, our governors, like what you said, let them set out an organization, then let the numbers and the account number.
Yeah, like what you're saying there. Sorry to interrupt you. You say our governors,
Governor and president.
That is what is affecting we Africans. Everything we say our governors, our president, our governors, our president. What of the country people?
Yeah, but somebody, like what we've been saying now, somebody cannot just rise up now there and say, okay, let me take up the responsibility of doing it. We are not going to be sure of him or her, because we are afraid. That's what you just said. You understand? So why I said our president or our governors So at least we will have someone to say he is the one to hold responsible. But if it's just an ordinary person, they stood up and said, I can. So I think many people will not even turn up. Many people will not support him because they are not sure of him.
You are saying about president, governors, they have a lot of things out there.
Let them set up an organization.
A lot of things. It's just because of these issues affecting people and people are dying. You are thinking of Libya. There are, for example, I will say my country, Nigeria. Okay, each state, they have a lot, the governors, they have a lot of problems they are facing, sister. A lot of situations.
I know.
Is it based on the state people? Is it the politicians' problem? People are trying to change them. People are giving them, if you don't sign this contract, I will do this, I will do that.
Yeah.
They have a lot of things thinking. You understand me? We, the country people, we have to bring an idea.
Yeah.
Idea.
Yeah, but if they bring it
we
out.
have to write it. For example, like in Spain, here I am in Spain, that we have an association that's genuine association, not just to come and public to feel big, whereas you don't have what it takes. You understand me? Because we work and monthly work and say we think we reach. So if, for example, we have a right organization, okay, I will ask you a question. We are Nigerians, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Here in Europe, especially in Spain, do we have, like we say, United Nigeria, like one meeting that controls all the whole Nigerians?
I think they have a
No,
Nigerian union.
They have it.
Yeah,
it's functioning. It's working the way it's supposed to
I don't know of here. I know in Valencia, where I came from. So it's functioning.
It's going well.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about Valencia is going well. Nigerian Association.
Yeah.
Has Valencia president, the president of that association, tried to reach other states in this Europe, in this Spain, to get connect with them?
Yeah,
so that's what, not just to have it. They have it in Valencia.
I
so they're supposed to have link with those in Palma de Mallorca, Madrid, Barcelona, etc. To have it, and then they will form as United Nigeria.
Yeah.
So to have one meeting again, that will control all those. Then, like what Igbo people did of recent, and you have all Igbo president in Spain.
Yeah.
So that is what we're supposed to have. One president. Nigerian president in Spain is controlling all the whole Nigerians in every state in Spain. So if we have it, every country from Africa, from Ghana, like for example Ghana, Guinea, we can able to table this issue to them. They have to do like the way we are doing.
Yeah.
I think if they have one president too like that, then that president from each countries will have meeting. Because any president from Nigeria is presenting Nigerians.
Yeah.
Understand me? They will have meeting, then they will call it United Africa. So there they can able to table issue. For example, as this issue is going on there, you understand me? So they will figure out, okay, we don't have sufficient money to rescue people, to rent a flight and the rest. Okay, we can have a union like 15, 20 people who will be participating in this place, in this situation of Libya. Then I think if we can bring some people like that, I think EU will be very happy that we could bring something genuine.
Of course.
And they will support us finances and security.
Of course.
So we don't have it. And everybody is crying, shouting, screaming, papa. I don't think it's possible for our president, for example, Excellency Buhari, to enter flight now and go to Libya to do this. Him alone cannot. So it's not possible.
He cannot.
So we have to stop blaming our president, our governor, and the rest. They are trying their best.
Of course.
They are trying. If, for example, the way they tried, the way the country people tried, I think the country will be a better place today.
Yeah.
Because imagine it, Buhari, Excellency Buhari now, is trying. The way he was to be a president is not easy in Africa. He sacrificed a lot to make sure he become president. If you and I could sacrifice not to be a president, at least to be in a position where we can bring a better life to Africans, I think Africa will be in a better way today.
Of course, of course, of course. But in another hand, sir, I think it's because of what is going on in our country. That is why people are running away from home, entering into this problem, falling into this problem of Libya, of 18. Let's assume we are taking care of our responsibility the way we ought to. So I don't think our youth, these people that are dying now, they are our youth, they are our leaders of tomorrow. They are dying anyhow. Now, before years ago, it was the sea that was killing them. Now this is, you understand? So we know they are trying, but let them do more. Let them do more. The president, the leaders, let them do more. Let them not be so selfish and self-conscious of their own. Let them think about their masses as well.
You are talking about the governors, the people.
The president, all of them.
Do you attend church?
Yes, I do.
Have you been in a position in the church?
Of course, yeah.
Being in a position in the church, like a president or in any organization in the church. Since being a president for maybe in 1 year to 3 years,
Yeah.
have you been able to know what is exactly going on around the members, around people in that association?
Everybody.
No, people. That's why people will be having a meeting like every week or once in a month. Everybody will bring his own idea.
Yeah.
For a company to grow, there must be an idea from different people, from different angles in that association. For that association to grow. Like in Nigeria, you can't just be blaming our president or governors, people in position, because we the country people, we have to bring idea.
But are they listening?
Yeah,
I don't think they are listening. Don't they travel out? Don't they travel out? Don't they see what is happening in the upper Europe?
Yeah, they are seeing it, but they themselves alone cannot do it.
So,
do you know that, for example, now, if a president say, okay, I'm giving this contract out for this thing to be done, the person he handled the contract to will embezzle. The people who do it will embezzle. Him alone cannot face this like say that. He's a man like you. He's a woman like you.
I know.
They might kick him off.
Somebody have to stand for a change.
Yeah.
So before we go on, sir, please, if you are watching this program and you have contribution, you want to call, you want to contribute, you have anything to say, please, the numbers are there online. They are there on the screen. Please feel free to call. It's for everybody. It's not just for the two of us alone. If you are watching us and you have any contribution or you have something to say, the line is free. Please feel free to call and let us hear your own contribution. It might help also. Thank you. So, sir, you can say something.
Yes, sisters were saying like the issue of to be a musician or to be a dancer. You must start from your place, your home.
Of course.
So if you can make it in your house, in your home, I don't think it is possible outside, as Parable said. So like this issue of Libya, it has been existing for quite long.
Yeah.
It has been
But
existing.
not as this, killing people, selling them to slavery. A boy even said that they will torture you. They will take you from the big prison, take you to the small prison, maybe the one they have in their house, then start torturing you to call people back home that they should send money.
Yeah, okay, let's tell, I'm not pleasing anyone in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not pleasing that people who are traveling, they are right, or people in Libya, they are right. You understand me?
Yeah.
So, like for example, if you see like we in Africans, I can say Nigeria, do you know what Nigerians have done to those people, those Libya people? Like in aspect of 419, embezzling their money, selling fake gold and fake all this kind of diamond to them, embezzling their money. They have done a lot of things, but this is not time for us to judge.
Yeah,
really, it is good because they are not. Those killing aspect is not good. Killing life, killing life is very bad.
Yeah,
I think the president also, the president of the country, president of Libya, supposed to function as a president. Like as this issue is happening now, he's supposed to send these forcemen to make sure there's a raise 100% security around to make sure to avoid this killing and killing. For example, that all these people that are arrested now, they are taking them to this raid prison, Libya prison under the government. I don't think this issue of killing will take place. Just to prison, that is normal. 6 months, 1 month, normal in Europe, people go to prison.
Of course.
After the months and the years, you go back to continue your journey. I think the president need to look into this situation to avoid this raping people, killing people, selling people, slavery. It's very bad. It's very poor. It's very poor. So I think also, like now, this issue is happening now. A happy hand we are talking now. So I have still come back to the question, sister. How do you think now? Which your suggestion and your point of view that will touch people like people who are willing to sacrifice their money, they will be able to sacrifice their money and without sacrificing it to a wrong person.
Yeah, I think we have to start by from our homes. It's like if I'm a member of a church, and in my church we feel that what they are doing there is barbaric, is bad. So we have to start from the church. Let us form a group of maybe 4 or 5 people in my church that, brother, look, this thing is what is going on. So let us come together and see what we can do. So when I start with the people in my church or in my mosque or in my shrine, if I'm a native doctor, because what they are doing is not good, if I start with the people that are my immediate family or friends, so maybe from there we can do something. Hence we don't have anybody to trust anymore. We cannot trust nobody. So let us start from ourselves, from our home. Let's sit down together and join heads together, bring ideas together. How can we help these people? What can we do to help these people? So I think by so doing, we will have a result. Because if at all somebody came out from Africa now or anywhere that, okay, I am here and this guy is my friend or is my brother, we are going to help, nobody will believe on them.
Yeah, you mentioned something about naming Christian and the rest. I think I pick a point from Christianity. Because if you go to the Bible, it says, he that can save soul from sin can also save life from death.
Okay.
So now we are talking of issue of death now, not just a sin now. This is a death issue now. So we have a lot of churches who are into money. They have the money.
Yeah.
They have money. I'm talking of millionaires.
Yeah.
In Europe, in any currency, they are millionaires.
Yeah.
Okay. Since this issue is happening now, I think every churches, every great church now, that one main great church, those that have money enough, they're supposed to have sent people like 20 from their church. If a church that is well known can bring out 20 people who will sacrifice their time. I think, for example, from Nigeria now, I think the president of Nigeria will assure them the security that will guide them down to Libya to see how things is going on, to make sure that every flight, every support people are sending will be properly used to rescue those lives out there. And I think I heard a lot of people, I don't know, send flights to rescue and the rest. I think if, for example, now, if I come out right now to say I sacrifice my life, my time, people might not believe. They might think I'm trying to use it for money issues.
Yeah.
But right now, it's something urgent. If any church should bring out as some of their committees and people to say, oh, these 20 people, 15, 20 people sacrifice their time. This is their account. If you have any kind of help, send it. The way the money when the money get to them, the way the money will get used will be shown in television. The expenditure will be shown in television. This is how we spent it. The flight was 1,000 euro, and people they will rescue, they will give them food. And as they, for example, they are coming back to Nigeria, as they arrive in Nigeria, and those people that arrive in Nigeria need to start their life. We give each person sum of 200,000 naira or 1 million naira to start life. Because somebody you rescue from Libya down to your country, for example, Nigeria, I don't think you can give the person 20,000 for what? It's not enough.
Thank you, sir. Do you know that if at all the Christians will do something like that, there are people out there that will still criticize them, that will still say, hey, are you sure that is the money they use?
That is what I'm saying.
That is why I made mention, sorry sir, I made mention of mosque. They can do it in the mosque, they can do it in the churches, they can do it in their shrine, the native doctor and people that go to native doctor, that know their native doctor, that believe in their native doctor. Let them do it. It must not just be church alone.
Yeah,
so church can do something.
After politicians in Nigeria, for example, Nigeria come from, I know the secret, everything.
Yeah.
After politicians, the next level is church.
Yeah, because
do you know that?
I don't know that, sir.
Well, I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I don't think the differences here, politicians and the Christianities over in Nigeria, I don't see the differences. I qualify them.
Do you know that some churches are helping? It is also written in the Bible that if you does anything, if your right hand is doing anything, your right hand should not know.
No,
There are people that don't want to come. There are people that want to remain anonymous. They don't want their name to be mentioned.
This is not.
So it's possible.
Like actress,
possible.
singers, actress can.
So everybody.
Actress can do that.
Everybody.
A single, someone that owns a business, a one-man businessman can do that. I don't want my name to contact in public. But a church don't have to hide themselves out of this.
Because of the critics.
No.
What people are saying about the churches, what people are making mouth about the churches, about the pastors. Okay, so many of them will not want. They have the mind of doing, but they will not want to do it because they will want to do it, but maybe they will just do it and do it like that. They don't want their name to be mentioned.
No, this is the right thing. That you even hate a church whereby people have criticized the name of the church. You understand me?
Yeah.
This is not issue that the church will have to hide it. A one-man business, a man that's owning a business can say, I don't want my name to appear because of security reasons. But if a church cannot hide from it, they have to do it openly. They have to get people who will be rescuing, who will volunteer, like 20 people, 30 people who will be here. And every expenditure, they have to prove it in television or in public. That is what is affecting we, especially we Africans. You understand me? This is how we spend it. This goes for these people. This goes, for example, they said, 1 million go for each portion they took from Libya down to Nigeria. Because you can't take someone from Libya down to Nigeria, you are giving the person 9,000 naira. For what? Are you helping the life?
Is it not better than dying there?
No.
Do you know that I listened to that woman, some of the guests that worked under that Lady McKellick.
Yeah.
One of them said something that touched my heart. She said, when I started working, people were laughing, learning. People laughed at me. She said, but today I'm proud because I am learning fast. I am doing something. I am not standing, encouraging people out there, going to Libya to do prostitution, to do all sorts of things. They should come back home and learn handwork and be useful to themselves. So at least if they give something, it's okay. Let's assume they don't even give something. Let them bring them home first. They have home before they left. Let them bring them home first to save their lives. So from there we will start saying what next. What is important now? What we need now is to save their lives. Bring them back home. So when they are home, they will now think of what to do.
You're saying, okay, bring them home. Many left home and at home, back home, they don't have anything there. Their hope is going to Europe. They don't have anything left. No hope. Many are graduates. No hope. If for example, they take them back now, where would they start from? No hope again because
is it better to be
the parents have sponsored them.
Yeah.
Okay, the parents is hoping on them that they will take care of the younger ones, and you are bringing them back. It's not a bad deal bringing them back. Okay, we talked about this Christianity issue, this Christian stuff. If, for example, they bring people like 500 people back, do you think churches in Nigeria, they don't have the money to sponsor each person or to give to each person with the sum of 500,000 naira?
Yeah.
Established. Okay, what will it profit you? In the Bible, it is written. What will it profit you to gain the whole world and lose you?
This is what I'm saying, sir. Sorry. Why are we so specific about
you
church?
make issue of
there are lahajis in Nigeria that have more than what the most pastors have.
Let's say issue now. Alaji, you don't know how they get their money.
So?
I'm coming. But you are the representative that is preaching to people.
Yeah.
Love your neighbor, should love yourself.
Of course.
Care for your neighbor, say care for yourself. Even in the book of Matthew chapter 25, when you read, I think from 30 downward, they talk about, you said you love me, I'm the God.
Yeah.
You said you love me, yeah?
How
will you prove that you love me?
Yeah.
And you don't see me?
And
your brother is being created as my own image.
That
whom
you see every day.
You know what people misquote? God is three, and you are three. God is Father, God is Son, God is Holy Spirit, is make up one. You have your body, your soul, your spirit.
Of course.
You are no different between you and God.
We are little gods.
God exists in spirit. God will not come out today physically as you and I sitting and say, I'm the God. It's in spirit. It's in control.
Gods, yeah.
We are working, operating the body. If I can't care for you, if I can't rescue you, if I can't make you to be somebody when I have the opportunity, I think the devil is no better than me then.
Yeah. The thing is that you said it before. If our presidents and governors cannot help because they have things doing, why don't we also think that the churches, the little ones that they are doing, we should be grateful to to them. We should be appreciative. We should appreciate them rather than condemning them.
Okay, just imagine now this guy, Eto, just the footballers who could raise airplane to rescue his people. Okay. Imagine.
Is he a pastor?
He's not a pastor.
So?
He's not a politician.
Don't they have pastor in Eto country?
No, we are talking different ways. We are talking both pastors and the rest. We are talking every man issue. I'm not specific in one person.
Yeah, that is why I am here. That is why I'm here. If Eto can do something like that,
even you can contribute.
So, yes,
they can contribute.
That is why I said actors, actresses, everybody, footballers, everybody should come out. Let us not wait for the pastors.
Let us not wait for just your money.
Yeah.
Your time, idea.
Your time, your idea, everything.
In Europe, and sometimes people say this issue is happening. I think anytime they say this issue is happening, that is this, is that, it makes me to remember what is called a revolution. Revolution, or taking another word, changes. In a sense, this issue of Libya is to change some situation that is affecting Africans. I'm so sorry for people who are dying in the process, because most of them, like I said, most of them are innocent. They don't know what might be causing this issue. But it is a time for the changes, for the life of the system way African people are living, especially in Europe. Because
sorry, sir. Let me quickly say something before I forget. You said something that the people that are there, if they should bring them back home, maybe giving them something, or how would they live? I can still remember that my mother told me a story that when she got married to my dad, something happened that they relocated from my father's village to another place. That it is the year that you start farming, it is that year that you will face hunger. You understand? After that year, now, thank God now that we have agricultural this thing, manure. Now you can plant maize. After 1 month you harvest it. You can plant cassava with the manure. They call it something, I've forgotten. You can, after 3 months or 5 months, you harvest it. It's not like before. You understand? So it is when they will bring them back to their country, let people laugh at them for 1 year. It's not going to be up to 1 year. Then you know what God has done for you, God just rescue you from death to life. People died there, but now you are back to your country without no problem. Let anybody that wants to say anything. You just be focused. If it is farming you want to go, start farming. Let them laugh. After 2 years, they will not know you anymore. Instead of you to say, okay, I sold everything that I had in Nigeria, how can I start? Where am I going to start from? I don't know what to do. Because of that, that person will now go and die in Libya. No, it's not up for somebody to die in Libya. But many have experienced something that almost changed their mentality. So this kind of people in Europe, if for example they are coming to Europe, they will bring all these psychologists people to first to bring their brain back. So this kind of person that is coming back now, you are telling him to come and start from zero, whereby there is no hope again. Sister, that is why I see that not everybody have that hope, that patience, that heart to establish from zero after hardship. Have you been watching the video of those that have come back home, those that they brought back home? I watched one girl, she was so happy, excited that, I am happy that I'm home. Yes, a lot of things has happened, but I just want to thank God that I'm back again to see my family. I know my mother went through hell for me to go to, you understand, on my way to Libya, to Europe. But I don't care everything I lost, but I am back home just to see my family alive. Because it's a great joke. I think, sister, is it possible for us to go for a break, then we'll come back for this meeting again? Okay. So, viewers, I guess, I think we have to take a short break, so we come back, let me see, a few minutes time, 1 or 2 minutes.
We are back on stage again, so see the same topic. Here we are in Cleveland TV's online Supermarket Bioclass in Spain. Still on the same topic, Happy Hand. So our point where we refer to our Happy Hand is this issue of Libya, from Libya to Italy, you know, and people, you know what I mean. So sister, what do you have to say concerning this issue again as you're continuing?
Yeah, what I have to say is please, 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 if there is anything you know you can do to save soul, please, I cannot reward you. We cannot reward you. But God will reward you. And you too, you will be free. You will be happy. Your conscience will be free. Because the way people are saying they are killing people, I believe you me, I've never watched that because I don't want to watch it. Please, if there is anything you can do to help, please do so, my brothers and sisters. Please, I am begging you. Please.
Yeah, you are pleading, sister, like help. For example, I have money now. I want to help people. How will I establish the money? How will I help people? Should I send it to my father or my mother to help them? How do you think it would be possible?
That is why we are now doing this program. We are calling on people to please, let's bring heads together. Let's come together and agree on what to do. Let's come together and agree on what to do so that we will know where to start from. Because the way it is now, I don't know what to say. Please, let us bring ideas together. Let's bring money together. Let's bring everything that we know is going to help together. By so doing, we'll save soul and we'll save lives as well. Please.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good idea to help people over there because life is dying. Life is dying. You can make money back, but you can't make life again. Who is gone is gone. So, sister, as you said before we go for a break, yeah. So, where people are done here in Europe, I think what I see in this situation is that it's a revolution. It's a means of changes. It's to change some situations. To let us, we that is in Europe, that know that we are not well prepared. We are not well equipped. We ran away from our country, ran away soldiers. That's what they tried to. We left our country down to Europe. Still yet, we are not well equipped or learn something. For example, now, if for example here we are in Europe, we learn something, we get something. Coming to Europe is to learn something, to establish, to give to others who are there, who are not able to be in Europe, to know what to do at the right time. We are like the advisor to our people. Yes. You understand me? And now that we are not working, we are not like, we don't have the view of the point of view like to show to our people, to give out to our people. I think we are still misleading our people. You understand me? So because that is why I see that many are still taking that route. Even till tomorrow, people will tell you that I'm going, if he couldn't make it, I will make it.
That is it, sir. I said so this afternoon with my mind.
It will still be going on.
Yes.
It will still be going on.
Yes.
Tomorrow, that's one interview in CNN that they are rescuing people now back home. But people are still coming. And among those they rescue back home, they will interview them. They will still see that we are time to come, we are still coming back. You understand me? I think like this woman that's doing the mechanic, the first lady, first lady mechanic woman in Edo State. I think in Nigeria, it's a very good, and she has made a name like that forever to be. You understand me? I think we need to encourage our people to get something doing, to work towards their vision. Because in Nigeria, in most cases, when you go to school and interview anybody that's graduate here, what course do you read in school? We tell you in a business admin. The other one will tell you, I read a banker. Nobody wants to do anything discovering, to discover something. And being a student, not because my friend is there reading whatsoever course, I have to do that. Everybody has what he or she can do.
Yes.
Okay, look now, for example, God bless us. We have a good land, good soil to plant.
Yes, sir.
And we are not working towards it. If, for example, Nigeria, a father is sponsoring his or her daughter or his son to school. He says, son, what do you want to read in school? He said, oh, Dad, I want to read agricultural science. He degrees. Are you want to read sciences? When your friend is there doing banker, doing accounting and the rest.
Yeah.
Whereby the father doesn't have any complaint, whereby the son will come and account and bank. So I think we are misleading our people, we are misleading ourselves. And in aspect of these organizations of helping hand, this organization is supposed to come from way that is in Europe. Way that is in Europe.
Yeah.
Because any organization that will come from Africa and they like to stand that they are the one rescuing, but all they need is finances, money. I don't think they are genuine. Just to embezzle money and make themselves rich. And people who are there, they are dying. So I think I'll ask you one question. For example, now we're from Africa that is in Europe now. How can we make something like that? Because UNICEF, yeah, they are out there helping Africans. I think it is from Europe, white people. We that is in our Europe country, what have we established? Not that the Europeans are not ready to help Africans, but they don't know how to come in, what to do that will please us, to make us to be somebody. And we that is in Europe for many years, we couldn't be able to bring that idea whereby the European Union will come in to make sure there will be growth in Africans. And but we are here posing every day, whereby we are not entitled, we are not qualified for it. So what do you have to say concerning we in Europe from Africans?
I think it's the same problem. I've heard how people started some organization. Then when the government will give them money to do some certain things, they themselves will share it.
So, I have seen many.
Here, in Europe. So it's still the same thing. There in Africa and here.
Why are we saying that our government is, why are we saying that our leaders are not doing well? Whereby here we are, we have a little opportunity.
It's the same sickness.
Little opportunity, we just embezzle the money. Imagine the person being the president of the country. What will happen? People are there with that.
Of course. Of course.
And because we don't have people who are serious, like for example, you and I, that's one word I got from this former president of the United States of America, Barack Obama and the wife. They said the one word, one, we can do it.
We can.
Another one, again, is that one man can change the nation. You alone can change the nation. I alone can change the nation. In aspect of this corruption now, at all over in the blood of Africans, I can say so. Because if they form an organization of Europe, the European used to help them. Because they get the money now, they just squander the money and just close the meeting.
Yeah.
So for example, that now that we are, these issues happening in Libya, that we have something right, a good organization that will stand, and the European Union notice that this association is really firm, but just of lack of money. I think they will 100% help to make sure that these people will be here, because we know our people more better than the white people knows us. Understands me? They will see somebody that will stand there and dedicate his time. The European Union will dedicate their own money to rescue. It's not the fault of those people in Libya, those Libyan people who are using our people for trade. Like they will call for European people that they are taking these people back home, and European will send them money, and they will still push those guys to another prison just to use it to, it's a means of money, business. I think if we have genuine association in Europe here that will stand to help those people, that will stand for the to dedicate their own time, I think something like that will not happen. Will not happen. So based on the issue of this, because I heard that this governor for those states, Mr. Obaseki went to Libya, Italy, and people are angry about it. What do you think about the issue?
There's a saying that nothing good comes easy. So because most of us, we are selfish and we are just about our own. If you hear that somebody died and you don't know that person, it will look like, oh, it's normal. You understand? But if that person that died, if you know that person, or you ever meet with that person, interacted with that person before, you will feel it as if something left you. You understand? So that is what is going on. Many people, they are saying what they are saying. I don't want to go into it because I don't know what to say. When if we need a change, we must start doing something different. So you cannot expect people that are bringing in people. There are people sponsoring guests through Libya also. So if the year that guy came to Italy to tell them anybody like that bring them more, they won't be happy. You understand? There are people, a lot of things are going on there, but what I just have to say is, if you know what is good, do it. So if the governor know what he's doing is good, let him keep on doing it. If what he's doing is not good, let them stop. That is it. So, because I have not really sit down to have time to sit down to listen to what the guy went to Italy to say.
I don't really know exactly what people are angry about.
I heard that
I'm not here to judge the man.
They should start deporting the Nigerians back that they...
I think the word there, they say trafficking people.
It's something like that.
Men and women. To those who are bringing people to settle them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he referred to. But if he gives Italy the privilege to deport everyone, both people who are...
No, but the whites are not so stupid, sir. Let us not talk like that. The whites are not so stupid. If before they will deport you, they will investigate. If you are guilty of what they said, then they will deport you. If you are not guilty, I can still remember just back in Belgium, the people, if you go to them and say, somebody brought me, I don't want to pay, now they are forcing me to go, they will give you paper and put you somewhere, they call it Payoka or so. That's what they call it there in Belgium then. Then they started giving them paper. But it came to a time, they now sat down and reasoned it. Some people will just come and say somebody that they don't even know that is their madam because they want document. Now if you go to them and say, this is the person that brought me, okay, no problem, give us time to investigate. They will investigate. If what you are saying is not true, they will tell you, come and get it, you think you can get our paper like that. If I thought they have given you the paper, they will take it back. You understand? So the whites are not stupid, they will investigate. They cannot just be deporting people like that. They will investigate before they will deport.
You know why I said the governor of Edo State, he did something wrong. Yeah, he did something wrong. You know why I say he did something wrong? He's asking of a hands of deportation now. What of those who are out there in Benin? What of those, the little one they rescued from Libya? Many are back to Benin now. So what has he done? I know that he's saying that they need to do professional handwork, this, that, this. But he's supposed to have at least helped those guys who were deported. Those guys, those women, he's supposed to establish something, not to give them money, to establish like a company, wide something. So they can, okay, for example, I was talking about agriculture. For example, before you come to Italy to see something like that, or to sign document with white people. For example, he supplies, he went to Italy and tell them, we have a good soil, but just that how to cultivate it is difficult for us. Yeah. So if you guys, before you guys will deport, just to hook them now, before you guys will deport, okay, we need a lot, okay, thousands of tractors based on agriculture. The one can dig ridge, the one can clear, the one can do this, that. We need 50 million. We need this kind of pieces of tractors to help for farming system. Yeah. I think that is a good idea to help those who have been deported. Not for him to go to Libya and say, I need people for deportation. I think it is wrong. To me, it is wrong.
Yeah, to me too, it's wrong because ever since this, what is the former Edo State governor, Adams Oshoman, ever since he stopped this Okada people, a lot of things has been happening there. You cannot, once it is 7 o'clock, you cannot walk in Edo State anymore. They are killing people like, you understand? People will just come into your house in the daytime. A lot of things have been happening. Not to talk of now that is.
Before the man stopped Okada, that was the time of the former governor. Yeah. Before he could stop something like that, that's why I'm telling you that we, the country people, or we, the state people, we are not well equipped. Before a governor will stand to stop something like that, what has he established? Yeah. You can't just stop.
So that is why everywhere
nice. Those people people to
armed
survive,
robber.
to pay their bills, to take care of their children, and you are stopping it. What have you provided? What kind of, what have you? Nothing.
Yeah.
A lot of graduates are there doing nothing. And you are saying that you are stopping the means of to get income, to save their life, to make themselves feel a little bit happy.
If they should start
they're
reporting now,
yeah.
I think nobody will go back to Edo State anymore. The peace that they have in Lagos, they don't have it in Edo State, because you going back home from here, most people, they have houses they've built with their money, but they cannot sleep it. They cannot stay there because of armed robbers. So if they should start bringing in people from Italy now again, or Europe as a whole, so I don't know what that state is going to be like.
That's what I'm saying, that we Nigerians, we don't regard what we have.
Yeah.
We don't value what we have. And we don't give respect to one another.
Yeah.
Respect is a reciprocal.
Yeah.
Forget your position, your age. You are equal to, you are entitled to respect one another. The president, you are entitled to respect the body of the country. Okay, for example, like this governor of Edo State went to Italy to say blah 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 blah, this, that, this. I don't know the good of it. Because what he went for the most, the disadvantage and advantage.
Yes.
So he went there now. Before he meeting the Italian people, I think first thing he's supposed to do, because in Italy, when they see that they wake up to governor, there will be enough security. Understands me? He's supposed to have a meeting with, like for example, associations over there. That is why that I'm saying that the way that is in Europe, we are not well equipped. For example, there's a standard association in Italy representing Nigerians. I think the president is supposed to have meeting with the president and the able men that is in that association before taking this drastic decision to sign that they have to deport people.
Yeah. I don't think it's a good decision if that is what he really went for.
We give regardless to our people, because what he did now, he gave regardless to his people, to the country, our country, Nigeria, over there in Italy. He disregarded them. He shows that they are nobody, they are nothing. Because if he valued his country people, because he don't know what they are facing there, he don't know what they are coming across there.
Yeah,
so he's just getting information. He don't know if the information he's getting is right or wrong. He's supposed to get more information from because I believe that those who are representing the association will not be like those who are the body of the association.
Yeah.
They will stand for the right and for the good, for the better for those in Libya, in Italy, and for the better of those in Edo State, back home. But he just went there and take decision. What do you think about the decision?
I don't think it's the right decision. I have said it here before. Why they will come to Europe just to shop, to go for shopping, just to come and do stupid things? Why they don't copy what is good in Europe and take it back to their country? Okay, now people that suffered to trek to Europe, a lot of them, now you are saying they should bring them back home, and whereas you have nothing, you've not established nothing, you are just lying because you want to make mouth. So it's going, because I don't even blame them. I blame the robbers. I don't know how to say this. They should be going for those in authority instead of going for ordinary masses. They should be going for them, because they will so secure their houses, secure where they are living, that they cannot get there. And the masses, they are being killed like chicken. I saw a guy sat on a chair like this without head. They said it's Scottish or in the school. What are they doing about it? Nothing. In the school, you have different people. There are people that will tell their parents they are going to school, they are not going to school, they will just be there doing stupid things, going from one man to another. Then there are boys that they tell their parents they are going to school, they are not in class, they will go from, I don't know, the things that they are supposed to do as leaders, they are not doing it. They are doing something they are not supposed to do.
Okay, like what you're saying now, that there are a lot of corruption and the rest.
Really?
Okay, for example now, our governors, our presidents, they used to go on vacation down in Europe here to have fun, to live good, free life, because there's security, there's life, there's everything. For example, in this place we are now in Spain, we have a United Africans.
Yeah.
In that year, having United Africans, there will be a sound journalist where the Euro people will listen to, the good talkers. where European people will listen to. Different kind of positions where European people will listen to. In anything that is going on, they will listen to, oh, these people need to see something. They will listen to, pay attention to what we are saying. Okay, what I'm trying to say now, for example now, any governor from Africa or president is coming to Spain now to have a holiday. I think if we have something like United Africans here, so I think who will have the information that this is so president or governor is coming, because many of them bring money down here.
Yeah.
To bank it, money they embezzle in Africans.
So
if we have something stable for Africans here, I think we can investigate what the person, the omission of coming to Europe. There we can tackle the governor or the president. You are coming down here for holiday. Have you seen Rajoy coming to Africa for a holiday?
Okay.
Or Barack Obama, when he was in position, coming to Africa for holiday to spend his holiday in Africa. So what makes you to have the right, to have the zeal to come to Europe for holiday? Because there's security, there's light, there is this, there is that. Why can't you make your own proper? Because if you faced no less than 10 governors from Africans with that kind of situation, I don't think any of the governors and presidents in Africa will come to Europe again for
that
holiday.
is it.
Because the way that is in Europe, we are not tackling them, we are not facing them the way it's supposed to be. We are giving them the chance. If, for example, I have a dad who is doing something shit that is not right, like that is the system of America, you see them saying, oh, dad, what you're doing is right, it's wrong. Dad, you're doing shit, dad. Stop fucking shit, man. Not because they're insulting the father.
No.
They're trying to tell the father what you are doing
is
wrong. But we Africans, we don't have the capacity or the ability or the ambition to say that our leaders, what you guys are doing is wrong. We all be afraid and they might kill you. You talk, you go die. You don't talk, you go die.
Yeah, nobody wants to die, but everybody wants to go to heaven.
Yeah, how can you go to heaven? It's not possible. You must die. So, I think we need to wake up. We that is in Europe, we need to wake up. We need to know how to tackle issues.
I said it.
If it is too much, you will stop going to Africa. But
we have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
We have to start from somewhere. We have to start from somewhere. Because the way things are going now, I don't know. The way things are going now, we that are here now, we are running our mouths. Our leaders are this, our leaders are that, they are doing this. If we are there, we will do more than what they are doing now. You understand? So, what are we going to say? What are we going to do? Instead of us to concentrate on our better tomorrow, that is our children, to wipe away those things from them, their mentality, but we are still incorporating it into them, putting it into them. Your child will come home with a phone that is not his from school. Maybe he took it from class. Instead of you to take it to the school and say, I saw it from in my daughter's or in my son's hand, you say, don't do it next time. Don't worry, the phone is just good. I will be using this. What are you telling the boy? So
let's do it.
So that is why I am saying it. Me that is talking, I have a part to play. Everybody have a part to play. Let us not wait for our leaders, our pastors, Is it not written in the Bible that it's not all that say Father, Father that will enter into the kingdom of God? There are people that will sit as a congregational member. They are just members in the church. They will make heaven. I'm not judging nobody. You understand? So let us not point accusing finger on anybody. Let us all sit down and think how we will help. How am I going to help? Than pointing an accusing finger on each other.
Yeah, you are saying something good, something interesting. Just that we Africans, no one is ready to stand for the right. No one. Everybody is trying to use his own mindset to plasmate one another to get something, to get income, to get money and be rich. That is it, to get a private jet and to get the rest, nothing more. So because if we Africans are ready to fight for the issue, for the right of Africa, it is very easy. It is very easy. It will start from people down here in Europe. People here in Europe. It will start from we here. So before we go, I would like to tell my viewers out there, good evening. I'm here with you for Cleveland TV's online in Palma de Mallorca, Spain. In case you have any celebration like birthday, annual Thanksgiving, anniversary of marriage anniversary, anything celebration, you don't need to go to kitchen and cook. Because now that we're new modern life, just to pay somebody, the person you cook to your own, more than the way you expected. In case you know you won't forget, make I use my own broken. May you not go forget. I sample the thing for now. In case you need somebody to cook for you in marriage, in anything, is it international, local here? Just call the number. I won't call the number, maybe just carry your pen, your book. Not also not give you the 9 in case of tomorrow. The 9, the number be this one. 631. No, sorry, not the make mistake. I don't make mistake, But may I give you that now? The real number, maybe just write that down now. 632 33 359 or 632 11 71 33. If we do international, you could just write +34 before the number. Just call them. Any kind of food when you want to prepare for that celebration day, that when you do that party, bye. Just call the line. You just prepare them more than the way you expect. You could join it for your table. So you are welcome. Before we continue, sister. So back to our stage.
Yeah.
So before we round up, now we have a few minutes to render. So
Yes.
what do you have to say just to remiss?
Yeah, I am still going to beg every one of us. Please, there is a number on the screen. Please, if you have anything to say concerning this topic, concerning people in Libya, concerning the way they are killing people, concerning the way they want to bring in slavery
issue.
Yeah, so please call the number on the screen. Our number is there. Please call us so we can put heads together.
No, we lost the crowd. So as we're saying to our people, so this issue of Libya, Happy Hand, and I think, sister, we, like as we are, you want us to continue this program to talk more idea of Happy Hand and the rest, like every week or once in a month?
Yeah, I would like us to continue until something is being done. Because we cannot just do it now and end it like this. It's like pouring oil on a sea, or you understand? So it is just there like this until we see something is being done. When we see the reaction of people that the thing has been stopped, that they are not killing our people anymore, they are not misusing them anymore, then we can stop. You understand? And I want to add to it. Please, if you are watching what is happening now, what is happening in Libya, what is happening around the world, please, if you have a family back home, share it with them. It's not a good thing for them to come through that route anymore. It's so bad. It's bad. Many people have lost their loved ones. Many people have lost their children. I lost my uncle also, a married man with three wives. I don't know what came over him. He has children. His first son is more than 20 years. So please, we should share it with them. Let them know that it is a matter of life and death. It's not good for you to walk through the desert. People have been doing it, yes, but now it's very, very dangerous. Please, manage what you have in your country. Do something for yourself. Do something. I am here regretting that I don't have a handwork. I'm planning whenever I go home, I sit and learn something. It is good to have a handwork. When you have something doing, you can never lack nothing. Please let us share it to our young ones at home. Let us tell them that it's not good. Please, as we do so, we pray that God will help us.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sir.
Here we are in the Cleveland TV Online in Pamadi, Mayuka. My name is Mr. Wisdoms. We're about to round up. We have a few minutes to round up. But my own encouragement to view out there, especially when in Europe, we should join hands together, if possible, to form one united African, one organization whereby European unions will recognize us as one united African, because when we are here now, we used to see something like European Union. It is one. We need to form something united Africans, whereby we can tackle issues out there in Africa. We can conscious our leaders, of course, because if we are united, I don't think our presidents and governors from Africa's country that used to come to Europe for holiday will just embezzle us from our Africans and just come down here and just squander it or bank it. I think if we are united, we can fight for our people out there in Africa. Many are not willing to fight out there because they are scared because of lack of security.
Yeah.
We down here in Europe, we can stand as one and fight for it and make sure that everything will be in order. Just imagine this issue of Libya issue. For example, we have organizations that stand firmly. I think you come through the association to rid the life over there in Libya, to rescue them. I think it is very courageous, not for us to be in Europe posing because of we have a work or fijo, according to Spanish. That is every 6 months, every year we work, we posing like as if we are Alpha and Omega, whereby something like this issue that we can support millions. I think we need to fight for the right of our Africans, not just for you alone, but for the life out there in Africa. Let us have one association to reach out to those people in Africans. This is what I have to say. This is what I have to tell. If you have any point of view how to form this organization, there's a number on the screen. You can call us. We can table this issue and make sure that everything will work out. You don't need to be afraid because you talk over that, you go die. You don't talk, you go die. So we need to stand to fight for the right of Africa. That's all I have to say to you all. So have a good evening and a happy weekend. Wish to see you guys. I think our topic remains the same. Yeah. Are we going to repeat it or we have to change?
No, we will continue.
We'll continue with this topic. And is it going to be every Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Every Sunday evening, yeah. So every Sunday evening, you can switch on this Cleveland TV online from 8 o'clock. We can meet here, talk. If you have any point of view, you can share with us. Nobody's perfect. We are learning. So before we go, I will say goodbye to you all. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Remain blessed and God bless you all. So thank you, sister, for being a partner today. Thank you for your talk and your point of view, sister. I really appreciate it. So bye.